Let's talk about the fuel system. So it all starts right here. This is a factory fuel filter. I have a banjo to AN adapter that comes into one side of the fuel pressure regulator. The other side here goes out to the TBI, and this is a return line. And this is where I was talking about how I did a AN compression fitting to the return line itself. Over here, we temporarily have the 10 micron fuel filter mounted. And that comes up here to the TBI. Originally, I had the fuel pressure sensor mounted to the fuel pressure regulator, but with the length of the cable that goes to it, it wouldn't quite work out, and I didn't really want to start cutting up the factory harness from ACES. What I decided to do instead is we're going to mount the fuel pressure sensor here on this other end of the TBI. Now, this is the plug that came out of this side of the TBI. This is the fuel pressure sensor. I'm not going to order an adapter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, drill a hole in it, and I'm going to tap it for this is a 1/827 NPT. Kind of like what I did over here on the coolant temp sensor, except for that was a little bit bigger thread. So rather than chucking this up in the lathe, which would probably be the smarter thing to do, I'm going to take this 21/64 bit and we're going to drill from the back. Now if you look here, this is approximately the same size, and I know I need to tap probably pretty close to halfway down to have enough thread engagement for this to work. So I'm going to be really careful about this to not mess up my bit or this plug. Now the reason I'm drilling from the back side is that'll help keep it centered because, this has some meat on it already. Beautiful. This plug is aluminum, so it drills pretty easy. As you can see, got a nice hole. I'm gonna grab a chamfer and chamfer this before we tap it. See? We're just gonna go in just a little ways. Look how pretty that looks. Secret time? I hate tapping NPTs. And it's because, I might not be able to pick it up on camera, but these are shaped at a very slight angle. But it's going into aluminum, so we should be okay. I'm going to put a little bit of synchro mesh on here. One thing we're going to do is we're going to go very slow. We're going to do our best to make sure it's centered. And with aluminum, kind of once you get it started, you want to back off and start again pretty frequently. Because what happens is when you do that, it breaks off the chips. Aluminum being a soft metal, you can gall the threads a lot easier. Now on aluminum like 6061, which this is kind of what it feels like, you have a little bit more leeway because it's harder. But we're going to frequently pull this tap out and clean it just so we get the best result possible. Gonna hand start it. It's feeling pretty good. And I want to get about halfway down the tap to make sure that we have enough thread engagement and to make sure that we can get the sensor in far enough. I like to back it off a little ways and pull the rest out by hand. This is the kind of stuff that doesn't get talked about when you're working on vehicles or doing different swaps or conversions. Sometimes you kind of have to make your own part. Now, would it have been less time to splice the harness? Yes. Now, the other side of that is now this sensor is going to be right on the TBI, and that's going to give us the most accurate reading for fuel pressure. I blew this out really well. You can see the threads in there. This is the fuel pressure sensor. It's going to be, I wonder if I should tap this even deeper. Threads all look really good. All right, I'm going to run this through the tap one more time and just triple check. And then I will show you once this is all together. All right, ladies and gents, she's on there. So let's go install it on the TBI. Now, the reason we're doing this is because the fuel supplied from the regulator is deadheading into the TBI because it's metered fuel. And this, going on the other side, will tell the ACES ECU what our fuel pressure is. And we don't want to over tighten this. Let's go to where it's pretty snug. So with that, the fuel system is done, and I got away pretty easy because the factory pump in this car, I think it puts out like 73 PSI. And the ACES runs, I believe, between 43 and 58. And I have my regulator set at the higher end of that, which is 58. When you turn the key on, the pump primes, and then it stops. I'm not going to be controlling the fuel with the ACES. I'm going to let the original car do that. And as soon as you start cranking, the pump kicks on. So I shouldn't have any issues with fuel. If I do, then I will run a relay that the ACES controls to automatically turn the fuel pump on. But I think the car's factory system is going to do fine. So my next step, if you can see down here, is I'm going to get this stuff removed so I have a nice place to mount the ECU, the fuses, everything else. As I'm recording this now, I'm still waiting on the stainless header, but I think the rest of the wiring I can get through, and then we have a very few short steps before we can test fire this.